Yo, early morning back testing session, you know how I do. I'm gonna be going a bit more in depth on how I trade. So let's get into it. Oh Lord. Oh shit. Alright. Oh yeah, man, I got scratched still. When you sit down and watch a screen all day, can't lie, can get pretty stiff. Feel me? But alright. So the first thing I want to say is I pay attention to candlestick structure. And I pay attention. So in an uptrend, in fact, before I even talk about this candle here, how do I even determine that we're in an uptrend? A valid high responsible for putting in a low, which is this candle here. We need to see a body closure above it. We're in an uptrend. Now, of course, there's all this shit here too, but I pay attention to the current trend. I'm paying attention to this candle here. Now, I'm going to read my rules to you guys. Right? So that you understand the logic of what I'm actually doing. Now, I'd like to advise you not to just go off and just start doing what I'm doing. I'd recommend that you start learning how price moves first, and literally you start with structure. So regardless of all of that, I'll start reading my rules. So 1 minute candlestick structure, the current trend. Now, I'm not going to read it all, but as structure develops, I will point out all of this as price does its thing. So if price closes below a valid low in an uptrend, then price is currently in a downtrend. So this is likewise in an uptrend. If price closes above a valid high in a downtrend, so where was this downtrend? So let's start here. If price closes below a valid low, now this low is responsible for putting in a new high. If price closes below a valid low in an uptrend, where was that uptrend? Hold on. I want to see how this candle closes. But that uptrend started here. A body closure above a valid, okay, cool. A valid high. Now structure is broken time and time and time and time again on the 1 minute. But this is how I follow price. This is how I follow structure. That leads to profitable decisions. So now we form the top of the range. And I'm talking about this range here. Now you want to focus your longs at the bottom, and you want to focus your shorts at the top. But I'm not gonna overwhelm you guys with information. I'm just gonna show you how I trade. So essentially, what you guys will see a lot in my trading is that I wait for the manipulation. If price trades below a valid low in an uptrend and closes within the previous candle's range, then wait for the next candle to pull back into the wick. I think we just got yep, so we just took out a valid high. Now I want to see it close within this candle's range, because this price action here, here, and here was all within this previous candle's range. Now price didn't show me that as I was explaining this, and that's cool. But what do we now know? We now know that the high that put in a low got violated, and now we are in an uptrend. In an uptrend, I'll wait for price to trade through a valid low. Once I see that, I'll now look to see if we close within this previous candle's range. So I'll be talking about, yeah, that right there. And that's a cycle of analysis, you could say, that I just look over and over and over again. You gotta keep in mind, these are literally my instructions that I give to myself. This is myself at peak perform at peak performance. Now I can't lie, I still do take losses here and there. My decision making isn't always A1, but I know that's just me and my lack of self-control. So this is how I do this shit. But of course, there's many things here that I want to get to in it, but there's no point in just saying everything at once. You feel me? I have the 5-second chart to my right. Now, I personally don't look at the 5-second chart until I see price pull back into the wick. Now, you guys will understand what I mean by that, but um, steps, bro. I'm gonna take it in steps. But this is what I usually do. 5 trades. I usually take 5 trades in a day. 4 or 5 trades in a day, and I'll call it a day. I don't overdo it. Now, when I'm back testing, you know, I knew this was the system I had to trade with when I was like, okay, cool. The industry standard, oh fuck it, I won't even call it the industry standard. I just call it my own goal. Innit? My own goal is to pass a Apex challenge, right? So I've passed the 50K challenge, and the profit target is $3,000. And for those of you that are familiar with Apex, they would do these 1 day. You can pass a challenge in 1 day. So I'm like, I'm taking 3-5 trades a day with this system. But of course, you know, this is like a month ago or something. There was still that anxiety within me. That is this really it though? Is this really the system that? Because every single day I keep refining it and I keep learning more and I keep reiterating and I keep. So it's like at this point I was so sick and tired of being like, yo, this is my system, bro. This is way better than the last system that I had, which was like probably 2 days ago or 3 days ago. Not really a new system, but a more refined way of trading the system, right? So I was like, you know what, fuck it. I need to measure. I need to have a new measure of of this, I don't know, it was like a new measure, like a new standard in what I deemed to be a worthy system for me to trade. And what was that? No, I'm not taking that. I'll pull a little, wait for it to pull back. And that was making $3,000 in a day in backtesting.
Order filled.
Once I achieved that in backtesting, actually, then I knew that okay, this is it. This system right here, yeah, it's the one still. And now I just need to be comfortable trading it in a live environment. Now it's just about repetition. And my confidence comes from knowing that I can do way more in the live market, but I don't need to do way more.
Order filled.
Don't need to do way more. So quick 5 points there. So I want to show you guys. So before I even move on to why I took the trade, I just want to say that when you're refining your system, when you're learning how price moves and you're learning to build a system, cater to your own personality. You know, the benchmark that I used at first was just making like $300 in a day. That's always been my goal, just $300 in a day because I always wanted to hit like that six-figure mark at the end of the year. So I'm like, okay, cool. If I'm gonna have a daily goal, $300. And then I started achieving this goal again and again and again and again during back testing, but I always had that, but can I do this every day though? Right? But then I realized I couldn't backtest. It was difficult for me to backtest multiple days in a row. That required a lot of mental energy for me. I didn't have that at the time. So that's why I always had that anxiety of, is this gonna work today? Is this gonna work today? Yeah, I achieved it today. Da 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 da. So that's when I was like, okay, cool. A benchmark is, let's say you have a goal to pass a challenge. Then what do I say? I'll say make sure, can you pass your challenge in one day? There you go. That is what I'm trying to say. Can you pass your challenge in one day using your system, following rules, bro? Following rules. You're not taking no dumb entries. You're not taking no, you're taking your setup. You're taking your move. Feel me? Can you do that? If you can do that with your system, then that's the system that you stick with. Because now you know that in the live market, you have the ability to do way more because you've done it once. If you do it once, you can do it again. If you do it once, you can do it again. That's why I say if you do it once with rules, you know the exact process of how you reach that point. Backtesting in live markets is no different. The only difference is yourself. And that's where you need to learn how to master self now. Because now you actually have money on the line. That's a different game. But it's not too different, bro. I'll be real. It's really not too different because, let me see. I'd say, yeah, I'm still looking for this. At the end of the day, most of the work, 80% of your work, price already covers it. It's a lie. 90% of trading in psychology is a lie. It's a lie, bro. Look at me, bro. I just woke up. Now, of course, I done pattern my hygiene and stuff, you feel me? But I just woke up, popped in the chart. I didn't need to do no meditation. I didn't need to do no cold shower. I didn't need to run in the morning. I didn't need to exercise and that. And now, like, you hop on a chart and you trade your system. Your system takes care of 80%. And what is your system? Your system is price. Your system is based and embedded within what price actually does. That's your system, bro. Hold on. Did we get a closure up here? We did. Alright, cool. So I want to see. Oh, we got a body closure. Okay, cool. So yeah, man. Let me actually show you that trade and why I took it. So where was it? Okay. Since price is just, you know, there's no signs of me entering anytime soon. That's why I'm taking the time to explain, right? So where was it? Okay. So I was paying attention to this candle here. And then we didn't see a body closure here. I mean a wick below here. So I saw price trade through this low and close within this previous candle's range here. Now I told you guys, if price trades below a valid low and closes within the previous candle's range, then wait for the next candle to pull back into the wick. This candle here is that next candle pulling back into the wick. So then when I focus on my entry, if price is failing to close below the previous candle's low, when you see that wick and you see no signs of a closure below it, then I wait for a violation of the supply responsible for putting in that wick low. And what does that look like? The supply is the last up move. Now, this was the last up move here, but that was a bit too close for me. That was it. I was unsure about it. So I was like, okay, cool. I'm gonna wait for the second confirmation. Because if I had used this here, my stop would have been here. Now keep in mind, you guys will understand that I don't have wicks. There's no wicks here. Look, candle wick, transparent. I don't pay attention to the wicks when it comes to my entry. I pay attention to the bodies. So the reason I didn't enter here is because even though, yes, it is a valid setup, I know I can't see it, but price can just wick through my stop. So I thought, you know what, let me just chill. Because price is so tight within this range here, let me just see a second confirmation. I saw the body closure and then I execute on the body closure. As soon as I see it, price close above that last the supply is the, yeah, if I see price close up again, we already got the closure above our up move. So all I need to see is just another break of structure again. And I'm cool. And I get my 5. So that was my decision making process on all of that. You feel me? I'm gonna erase my drawings now and get back to current price action. So I'd like to show you this as well. So you see how this low put in a new high? We have a body closure here. Now we see a violation of that low here with this candle. And if price closes below a valid low in an uptrend, then price is currently in a downtrend. And that's what we see until this closed up above that high. And then you see a violation of it again. So let me see. Okay, cool. This is just a lower time frame range. So that's fine. But yeah, I'm paying attention to valid highs now. Okay. So with the 5 second chart, I usually don't look at it until I see price pull back into the wick, until I see the manipulation take place. You see 1, 2, 3, 4. This is my target here. So this is a 4 candle dump. If price creates a 4 candle dump and a valid low, this is the valid low, then wait for the violation of the valid low. Because it's a common thing in price action that when we see this dump right here, the first people to counter trend the move usually get stopped out. And the people that were involved in the move to stop them out, they usually get stopped out too. Now, you're seeing the same thing happen here. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now, to anticipate the violation of the valid low, in this case the valid high, I would need to see a valid high form, and that valid high is a body closure below the valid low. And this is a bit extra, but that would create the bottom of the range and the top of the range. But let me see what the 5 second is saying. So we're back into a downtrend. I'm paying attention to this candle here. Now I want to see how this candle closes. Now I want to see a pullback into the wick. And I want to see a violation of the demand. We've got 20 seconds left in this candle. So we don't get that, and that's fine. Simply keep following price. Now, I want to show you guys something. This is a weak low. I don't buy above we close. I'll show you guys. If price fails to break above a protected high, then do not buy above the week low. Now, granted, on the 1 minute time frame, it's a valid high. However, on a lower time frame, this is protected. This is a valid swing, a higher time frame swing. Not only that, equal highs take out both lows. So this is how I stay out of shit positions. So in this environment, I would only choose to sell. As you guys can see, I have a body closure above a valid low responsible for putting in a high. And now I'll be paying attention to, it would be this high up there, until price develops more structure. Oh, Lord. Oh, damn, I only took one trade. But, you know, that's why I like this system so much, because I can be patient. Like, this is the fastest way for me to, you know, end the day with an end the day with 80%, taking 3, 4, 5 trades in a day, you know, ending the day with profit. This is the quickest way, the quickest, most sustainable way. I want to see a closure. So if we do close above this high, then the whole narrative that I talked to you guys about, the weak low, out the window. We follow price, and price is showing us that we're likely to close. See, we just closed. So this is how you determine, well, this is how I determine when I'm a not engage with the market and when I will engage with the market. This video is fucking sauce, bro. Sauce. And you gotta realize, I'm not even talking to you about zones here. I'm just talking just straight structure, bro. It's just structure. When it comes to zones, I'm gonna be real with you. I'm gonna be real with you. I'm still learning how to implement that in my system, because I know my zones to a T. I know where everything is. I know the most probable moves. Like, you guys see it in my live streams, in my past videos. I got zones down to a T, but when it comes to actually using zones to make money from, I'm seeing that I don't really need it. Because this is the thing you have to understand, bro. I can't lie. I've been chatting for a while, innit? Like, yo, when is the move gonna come? But bro, it's cool. Be patient, right? You gotta understand that structure is number one. Zones, I think I talked about this, I think in my previous backtesting video as well, but zones have less influence on your decision making than structure does. Structure is number one. Narrative is second to that. So you want to first become profitable using structure alone. Alone. That's what you're gonna get from my group. Structure. Master that first. And then you can go off and do what you want now. You can now learn the zones. Like zones are so fucking simple. Really, really simple. Like it's all in that in the original masterclass. Every zone is taught there. What zones to use, what zones not to use. But structure. I'm giving you guys the foundation. I'm showing you guys what it looks like to only trade structure. And then when you incorporate the narrative within it, because you only get the narrative from structure, and you only sustain profitability with narrative. Now, what's the use of zones? Zones are literally meant to reduce your risk. That's all. That's it. Zones only reduce your risk. That's it. That's that is their purpose for your system. It helps you to reduce your risk. But what risk can you reduce if you don't even know where to put your entry at? When you don't even know structure. So what do we have here? We have one, two, three, four. We see a 4 candle pump. So in this type of price action here, once we create a valid high, pardon me, once we create a valid high, I would be anticipating for that valid high to be taken out. Let me get rid of this. I don't like looking at the 5 second when I'm analyzing. So keep that in mind. I'm going to the trend started there. Now I'm looking for this high to be taken out. What was this for? I have no idea. Okay. Mm. Oh yeah, so the 4 candle thing. Okay, yeah. Yeah, we didn't take it out. And that's fine. But it's a rule. It's a rule that you implement because you will see that more times than not, it does happen. If you don't implement that rule, you will find yourself to be losing a lot, dumb losses when you know better. You'll start to chase price, and this is literally what this behavior is. It's people chasing. You don't want to be part of them, man. Let the market flush them out first, innit? Let the market take their pee first, and then you will just scoop up the rest of it when all of that is said and done. So once we see this dynamic, once I know my target, I like to see a long position form. I like to look for long setups.
Order filled.
I saw a closure above that supply there, and then I'd go for that 5 points, a 1-to-1. But sometimes the 1-to-1 can be like less than 5 points, so I just make it a minimum to go for 5. You know. Now, it already gave me the 1-to-1, but I'm looking for that 5.
Stop filled.
Okay, so I got stopped out there. Ah, that's cool. That's just my greed. That's just my greed. We can see another setup form though. I want to see that if we see that get taken out, then I'll get back in.
Order filled.
And I'll go for another 1-to-1.
Stop filled.
Yeesh. Oh Lord. What is he doing? You guys saw me and my greed live. Oh, you feel me? Disgusting, disgusting, disgusting. Uh. So you know what I'm gonna do now? You guys see me in the red. I'm just gonna shut the fuck up now because I basically explained everything that's on that the instructions that I tell myself in it. So I think that was 3 trades that I took, but fuck this, bro. I'm finna get to 500 G. So now you guys will just see what it looks like as me trading. Speed it up real quick, innit? Because I know you guys just been sitting through this long video. So Let's see first. Hold
Order filled. Order filled.
That's 5 points. You took out a low and a failure to close above. This low is weak, so I'm not buying above here. Did we get closure? Okay, cool. I told you guys about the 4 candle pump, right? And we usually take out that valid high. Remember that? Forgot about that still, but I just saw it there. Ah, chickened out. Anyway, yeah, I'm not chasing that.
Order filled.
But I'll get in this move though. Cheeky 121.
Order filled.
Back in profit. See that candle there. Now, we did have a body closure below this, yes, but this is a protected low. This is more of an advanced thing in my system, but I'm just teaching guys the basics. It's not even a system that you guys should even be chatting about. I mean, not chatting, but yeah, really chatting about. Learn the movement of price first, because that's when you develop the discretion, you feel me? So let me just continue. Did I mention that I have no wicks here? I don't know. I don't know if I did it. But yeah, there's no wicks. I only pay attention to the bodies. Oh yeah, I did. I pulled up the whole thing. Yeah, yeah, okay, cool. Yeah, I already mentioned that. But the wicks on the 1 minute time frame allow me to understand the narrative. We trade above that supply here. I'm taking it.
Order filled.
I'll go for 121.
Order
I'll just
filled.
take profit right there. So I do want to say as well, don't focus on a fixed like risk to reward. That's gonna really that's gonna do damage to your trading. My risk is dynamic. I trade the move. I make sure I get in a good entry, and then everything else, the management, is up to me now. You trade the move, price will give you. You see how I manage the position? That's why it's so important to know how price moves so that you know how to manage your position now. You don't just execute and forget. You're still reading price to know what's going on. It's 230. Nah, man. Look at me. On the inside, I'm saying I'm not satisfied, so let me just take a break. Let me just take a break. It was really ego shit. Like what you just saw right there was just really me and my ego. You guys saw me going drawdown, and I was like, huh? What? No, I ain't allowing that. But I can't lie. It, it's something within myself that I have to control. But I can't lie. More time it works out for me. But that's only because I'm actually recording and I'm showing you guys something. But obviously when I'm trading, I'm not, bro. I don't trade. I always trade alone. Always trade. Even when I'm live streaming, I always live stream after my own trading session. The actual trading session that I make money in, yeah, I'm secluded in solitude and don't have no distractions. And then when I choose to hop on, is when, yeah, I've already made my money for the day. I guess I'll hop on and just, share my knowledge. But still, I know my win rate is pretty shit right now, so I wanna bump it up. Ooh, pay attention to this. Is it shit? I haven't even checked. Where is it? How do I access this new trade performance? What date is this? 1805. 5 is June. 18. What? Oh, 5 is May. My bad. Huh? No, wrong date. I want to see a failure to close below the previous low. We get that, I'm in. I want to see us pull back into the wick and then a break of structure on the 5. There's no, I want to see it pull back. There we go. Now I want to see a closure. above a supply. Oh, it doesn't, nah, it looks like we're not getting that anytime soon. Okay, that's fine. As for its trade performance, whoa, the fuck was that? I don't care about that. Okay, cool. I'm at 66%. I'm gonna do better. So we got a failure to close below it. We failed to, oh, wait,
Order filled.
I'm in there. I'm gonna go for a 1-to-1. Once I see a break of structure, I'm moving my stop up and I'm going for a 1-to-1. Above that high though. And then I'm gonna go for a 1-to-1.
Order filled.
Now that's 400. Close to 500 like I was saying, but 70% win rate. I want to make it 80. I can't lie. I want to make it 80. I want to make it 80. Mm, I don't know. Let's see. Because one thing I want to show, this is one thing that I struggle with, right? But right now, I'm not in flow. You guys saw me in flow when I was getting myself out of drawdown. But you know, when I start chatting shit like this, simply because I'm recording, it's only because I'm recording and actually explaining it to you guys. I'm not used to actually chatting and trading at the same time. So when I'm out of that flow, I'm more prone to mistakes. So when you hear me say I want to make it 80, trust me, trust me, you're probably going to see me lose the next trade. Simply because I'm not focused in it. I'm focused on the I'm not focused as much. So I'll be real. Let me just end it there. I'll be real. I mean, this backtesting session is not for me to flex my win rate and all of that, innit? It's for me to show you that structure is all you need. Structure is all you need. I don't have to make 500. Like, if we're being realistic, if I get myself out of drawdown and I get myself, let's look at the equity curve a bit. If I see a bullish flip on my equity curve, you think I'm really going to be out here saying, no, I got to get 500. No, I need to get the 80%. What? Nah, man. You're good, fam. A bullish flip on your equity curve, you're good. You're good, bro. Content. And that's something that I had to learn, G. I had to learn that, bro. Damn, this recording is like an hour long. But I know for a fact you guys have learned a lot from this. And I really want to, in the description of the video, you will see video 3 of the original masterclass. That's where I learned structure from. Now, that's the very basics of structure now. When it comes to narrative or the flow, I teach that in my group. I teach in my group how to anticipate price movement. So I take structure to an advanced level now. How you see me use it here, Definitely, it's a skill that's required if you're going to learn structure. Narrative and order flow, yo, they're a must if you want to sustain profitability, not just trade, uh, being profit one day and then being drawn down the next, profit one day and then having a losing day the next, win 2 days in a row and then lose the next day. No, you want to sustain it. You want to maintain that profitability. Then that requires you to build a discretionary system derived from structure, which creates the narrative. And the narrative allows you to anticipate 1 or 2 steps ahead of what price may do. That's what I teach in Masters of Price, my group. You feel me? So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Can't stress this enough. But backtest. Find profitability in your backtesting first before you even hop on the live markets. I personally didn't even hop on the live markets until I was gaining 70% consistently backtested. I was like, oh, okay, cool. Boom. I'm putting my money on this shit. Yeah, I didn't give a fuck about demo trading. I didn't give a fuck about forward testing. What? I was already performing in backtesting and I made sure to backtest realistically. And NinjaTrader is the best platform for that. Yo, I'll be real. I'm going to create a video soon on the whole playback function on NinjaTrader because it is such a blessing. Oh my, oh Lord. The best platform to develop yourself as a trader. Now, I am biased, yes. But really, it speaks for itself. You guys see me trade. TradingView doesn't have the realism as this does. I don't think any other platform has a realism as this does. So, take care and backtest.